I've worked with Kenny for going on 12 years. He was a waitstaff member in the Firefly Buffet. And you know, the directors come up and we often talk about how many times that we have situations where we get letters from our guests that have some concerns and they're never coming back. And we talk about how, you know, it's so much easier to save a guest before they leave than it is to invite them back to save it. And you know, we compliment everyone in this room about how much we appreciate what you do every day to generate that guest satisfaction. And this is a little long, but I'm going to read it all because I think it's important to show what a difference the superstars in this room, especially Kenny, can have on our guests. It's a 3-page letter, and the first 2 pages are about some service failures they've encountered across the resort. Not just in food and beverage, but they were angry. And their play is actually pretty good. So the next day, we were still upset by the rudeness of the people we've encountered and discussing the feasibility of using all of our accounts that day and never returning to the Soaring Eagle. After all, we have 3 casinos within a half-an-hour drive from our home and 4 if it's a good day at the border. We come to you because of the ambiance and the caring attitude of your employees most of the time. If we're not going to enjoy your hospitality, we're not going to waste a tank of gas to visit you. Mike was willing to sacrifice some of his comps as he was talking about taking that high balance, sending it back to you, and just not returning. We were discussing this quietly as we were walking to our table in the buffet. We have no reason to believe that Ken's positive attitude and helpfulness were a reaction to our anger because we don't believe he could have known that. We think he's always wonderful, as he is to us every time. He greeted us cheerfully and quickly and left to get our beverages. After he'd walked away, I told Mike that I should have asked for water, too. When Ken returned, he'd had our drinks that we requested and a glass of water for each of us. I told him how much I appreciated his thoughtfulness. He visited the table a few more times as we enjoyed our meal and asked continuously if there's anything he could do for us. I finally asked him if the casino has a website with a list of department supervisors. He said he thought so, but also added, "What can I do to make it right for you before you go?" Had he known that we were not upset with him and we'd already complimented him, he's obviously the type of person who will make the effort to correct someone else's mistake. And we think that makes him a rare and wonderful employee and reminds us why we keep coming up here so often over the past few years. To make a long story slightly less long, Ken is a tremendous asset to the Soaring Eagle and the reason we continue to waste a tank of gas and more cash than I want to admit to play and stay with you. And letters like this are few and far between, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much.